Let's go on our way then. Alright, now there's some shipment piece. Okay. Hopefully I won't have to go for a swim this time. Not a really short trip across to the other side from it. Yeah, right. Okay. Maybe shorter. Across the ice floes here. It's not too bad actually, yeah. Before we get wet like we did last time, then it's better. Spiky grass will take that pretty there. I hope you can hear me because at the time of recording there's a thunderstorm outside. Right over the house a few times. How is that college still standing on that shelf of rock there? That is just mages for you. A little thin staircase up there. Oof. Goodness me. I know that's good at height, but that just covered nice and fog, frosty. Just not something that I look forward to ever climbing.
Die, Dorga. I love it when dinner walks like fire.
That's all you've got.
Soon your blood will be mine.
Must have scared him off.
Maybe I'll necromancer. What if he's studying at the college? Anyways. Let's be on our way then. Get away from that scary place. Seems that necromancy is encouraged at the college as well. But, I suppose that would make sense, but it's not something that fills Danifae with any great confidence, especially as she feels about necromancers. Mages in general, she doesn't really trust. She knows that she has some as friends, such as Danica Purestring, but in general, she doesn't trust them. Zargus as well. So for his daughter. He bumped into 2 or 3 that are pretty okay, but as I say, in general, she doesn't really trust them. Let's go off to our next destination then. So I'm getting a little bit of a
Is
heat
there
up
any
there.
way you'd rather spend the day than drinking honey brew mead?
Drink honey brew mead with a winch on each arm?
I'd rather
Hail,
have 2
friend.
bottles of mead
It's good
than
to see
2
another
lunches,
merry
friend.
soul enjoying this fine
Why
day.
is that?
Ah, but you
The
look
mead
tired.
won't argue your
Come,
ear off
share a
about
bottle
which
of
one
honey
should
brew
go
mead
first.
with me.
Well, it's not fine weather-wise, but yeah, I'd love to share some mead with you.
Ah, nothing like fine spirits to help raise well, your spirits. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh, don't worry about it. I think the beer will be fine. Not even facing your way. Oh, great.
You're mine! Your blood calls me.
Thanks for knocking me down. Two of those travellers I've found. In the space of a few minutes. Where was I got a thing in here? Right. Okay. Certainly seen the predators out tonight. horse. Ah, so you're here.
Is that the best you can do?
Well, something seems to be
I'll spit on your corpse.
active around about here.
Good. You're finally here.
Yeah.
I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside.
You actually saw her.
No, I found her horse.
All right.
Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead.
You want me to lead?
I'm sorry, I was under the impression I was in charge.
Yeah.
You're leading and I'm following. Does that seem clear to you?
Okay, have it your way.
Just
For
make
now.
certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here.
How did the Gallus die?
25 years ago, I was standing outside these very same ruins. Gallus told me to meet here, but he wouldn't say why. When I arrived, Gallus stepped from the shadows. Before he uttered a sound, an arrow pierced his throat. Before I could even draw my blade, her second arrow found its mark in my chest.
So it took on both of you alone.
Carlia was a master marksman, and her greatest weapon was the element of surprise. I was lucky. She missed my heart by mere inches. I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. It's then that I realized the bitch had poisoned her arrows.
Right. The Gallus.
The last thing I saw was Carlia dumping his body into an opening atop the ruins. An unceremonious end for a remarkable man. To this day I've regretted allowing her to escape, even if it meant I had died trying. I owed Gallus that much.
So what about if the Gallus died?
The guild was thrown into disarray. Several stepped up and tried to claim Gallus's former position as guildmaster. Sides quickly formed behind these men and the Ratway became a bloodbath.
And you're a part of it.
I saw what they did to Gallus. I wanted to use the guild's resources to hunt down Carlia. The others didn't even care he was gone. Fortunately, I persevered, and the other groups were either killed or they left Skyrim.
What about Carlia?
The infighting had taken months to subside, which gave her time to go into hiding and carefully cover her tracks. I spent thousands of septims and used every contact at my disposal. But it was as if she had simply vanished. Like I said before, she was the best.
Tell a bit more about her.
She was a stubborn Dunmer.
Dunmer.
Always had to do everything her way. But she was also the best, bringing in more coin a month than some thieves heist in a year. Gallus trusted her too much and let her get too close.
So they had a sort of relationship.
If you want to call it that, yes. Me? I think she was softening him for the kill.
Well,
Gallus would
possible.
call her his little nightingale. He was absolutely smitten by her.
Why do you think she killed him?
Greed? Jealousy? Spite? Who can say what drove her to such an iniquitous act? One thing's certain, I intend to find out before she draws her last breath.
Yeah, well, if she's a murderer, like you say she is, then I'm with you. Is it Murder Dark Brotherhood territory, though?
I have a long-standing arrangement with the Dark Brotherhood. If I need someone in the guild taken care of, we do it ourselves. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house.
Okay.
That's enough of this unnecessary chatting. We need to keep going.
Well, it's good to find out who your enemies are, isn't it? It's not unnecessary. Okay, how do we get in here? It's obviously a bit too small, I think. Yeah, right. And through the top, right. There we are. Coming.
They say that these ancient Nordic burial mounds are sometimes impenetrable. This one doesn't look too difficult. Quite simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these locks. All it takes is a bit of know-how and a lot of skill. That should do it. After you.
So I have to lead, have I? Right, okay. Just wait until I get this heavy cloak off. Better, right. Barnacles in here. Getting out of water around. You may be wondering why Danifae is helping thieves guild do this. Well,
The stench in here. This place smells of death. Be on your guard.
not that she dislikes the thieves guild, she hates injustice even more. People get away with things like murder, so he's willing to help Mercer track down Carlisle and bring her to justice for her crimes. If she's as dangerous as Mercer says she is, then it might be the two of them to do it. Probably a better marksman than Danifae is. Maybe a match for her father. Maybe some contest. Carlisle against the Nast. Oof. That's something she'd like to see. Sharpshooter will leave it here, if she's here, that is.
Pull the chain over there and watch out for the spikes. Looks like Carlisle reset all of the traps.
Yeah, it looks like she's killed a few of the dogs in here as well. That might make her job a bit easier. said, who knows what she's in. Set up down here. Okay. I'm trying to figure where this spike trap is. Soul out of that one. That chain there. Yeah, I thought as much. Alert reader. Ebony cutlass, okay. Watching out for pressure plates, but some traps in there.
Blood will adorn my blade.
This one.
Two more of them ahead.
Two more. Oh. Okay.
What was that?
I knew I heard something.
Best you can do. You're pathetic.
The bow and I'll take the arrows as well. should not go for that. Leave that out, I think. Kind of why I left all these treasures for us to be tempted by, I think. Two in the next room. Nice sword master.
Bone chip. Clever. Wait to wake the Draugr, I bet. Don't blunder into any of them.
Well, we'll blunder, won't we? I think that'll woke her up and now back to sleep. Might have alerted the Carlisle enemy. Anyway, she's probably alerted. So she'll know we're presence in here. Just lying in wait for us, Mercer. Lying in wait. For now. Get that ready. Just get the shoots us.
I'll spit on your corpse!
personal business than you. Okay. For them later. Stairs lead.
You're quite noisy for someone who claims to be a thief.
I think so. In that case, let's take that path first. Nice in this place, Mercer. Ship model over there. Once the flames die down, I'm feeling that if I lifted that model, those pods would have come crashing down. Set us on fire. Model go. Yes. So I think it's good. Keep them quiet for a little bit. Saying I'm a noisy thief, well. Wearing that armour that I usually wear. So I can be as noisy. I'm wearing a muffle on the boots. Please close for appearances.
Slipping past these Draugr must have been child's play for her.
Yeah, she wants to sneak past them without waking them up. Wife doesn't deal with them. Gives you a star, I can almost fill it up again. Quite simply. Pushing for? I know you're keen to get to Carlisle, but just take your time. There are traps in here. You're the one that said she could. She's a sneaky one, so. Cover your enthusiasm for a minute, Mercer. The cable, did you? Just trying to avoid doing that. For a thief, Mercy, you're pretty clumsy, aren't you? Jump over those things instead of wandering through them. Okay, I should be killed them. There's some nice souls in here. To avoid making a noise here, we should start his pots up against the gate. Let's see what she's doing.
here as well.
Yeah. I get that feeling. Oh, she seemed to have left the door open for us. As an invitation. Come in.
That door up ahead looks perfect for hiding an ambush. Be ready.
Yes. Looks like we have a dragon priest. The dragon up there.
Something's here. Now you're mine.
No kidding, Mercer.
Is that the best you can do?
This thing's
Teach you to cross me.
another trophy. Mercer sees the dragon over there. Okay. So. I don't see anything over here, Mercer. Certainly no treasure chest or anything up there, nothing to concern yourself with. Something here, though.
You control your own appetite. How disappointing.
Well, found that.
That wasn't a fight, it was an execution.
I think I checked everything there. Take it nice and easy.
Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. But I'm certain Carlia already did away with it. We're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia's close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving.
It's got a crossover from left to side. Careful, shall we?
Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Honningbrew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough, otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth, and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, and I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling?
You shot me.
No. I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Everything's just a bit hazy at the moment. Why did you, save me?
My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death.
Well, I shouldn't believe you or any of this, sorry. I just got betrayed by a guildmaster. It's hard to trust anyone right now.
Without the antidote I administered, you'd be as still as a statue. I treated your wounds and didn't leave you defenseless. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot, and yet I used it on you. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive.
Why capture him alive?
Mercer must be brought before the guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder.
Right, well, that seems to have changed things a bit. The thing is, how are you going to prove it now?
My purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside.
So what does it say?
I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before.
Well, perhaps, it could be translated.
Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. The only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity.
Nightingale? What was that word again? I heard it before, Nightingale.
There were 3 of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves' Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey.
Tell me more about Gallus.
He was a scholar, a master thief, and a natural leader. Everyone respected him and followed him without question. It was Gallus who inducted me into the Nightingales and honed my skills to a razor-sharp point. I owe everything to him. We were very close.
Lovers, I take it.
Gallus once said he felt comfortable around me, able to let his guard down. I can't help but think that I'm responsible for what happened to him.
So, you should have killed Mercer.
Mercer lied to the guild, branded me a murderer, and slandered my name across his network of contacts. For 25 years I ran, never sleeping in the same place twice and carefully covering my tracks. Mercer doesn't need to die. He needs to feel the cold sting of fate as his life crumbles in front of him and he's hunted by the guild.
Well, I might not have a choice next time. I might kill him myself.
I can promise you if it comes to that, and my back's to the wall, I won't hesitate.
Well, at least you know more about what's going on than I do. Can't you come with me to Winterhold?
I'm afraid not. There are preparations to make, and Gallus's remains to lay to rest. I promise to join you there as soon as I can.
Right.
Remember, speak only to Enther. Trust no one else.
Enter. There's a camp I passed on the way in. Sorry, I need a bit of time to recover from this. One thing. Putting my warm coat back on. Right. Maybe I sit here, do you? Carol, give me a little bit and take me to cover. To tell more about this poison that he used, it could become extremely useful. Okay. Some stew and some bread, I think. I really need a mead right now.